Welcome, welcome. Now I sound like Optic Hex. I've done this in my head so many times, and I've tried not to sound like Hex. But the welcome is so iconic that I just can't not do it. Welcome into my newest endeavor, my newest little project that I hope will last. For those who don't know me, my name is Rob. I go online by Robonomy. I am both gamer and a photographer that also knows a little bit of IT. And yeah, this is my newest project. Welcome to Unmotivated. And well, today I'm here to talk to you about Unmotivated, what it is, what I want it to be, what I want to get to in the future with this little project that I have here. Alright, so let's get started before with the volume's gonna be a little weird. Then again, this is my first time trying this out. I'm not sure how far away from the microphone I actually have to step in or how loud I can talk or I have to talk. So I do apologize in advance for the audio. Might not be perfect, but you know, practice makes perfect. So Unmotivated, well, you know what? Before I do that, let me introduce myself properly. Rob, 27, gamer and photographer. I've been a gamer long before I've been a photographer. Many of you that know, I've been around the Call of Duty scene for, well, pretty much since 2009, 2010. I left in 2013, late 2013, 2014 maybe. I stayed away for a while and I returned last year when I became friends with a lot of people in the Call of Duty community. I was focusing on other games. I was focusing on my photography career. I've been playing computer games ever since 2015-ish, 2014. Started with League of Legends, then I moved to Counter-Strike. I played way too much Counter-Strike. Overwatch, I competed in Overwatch in the open division for Latin America. Latin America? Yeah, Latin America South and then North America. Made top 14 for both of those, playing as an off-tank player. Never qualified for contenders, but you know, here we are. I stopped playing, started focusing more a little bit on Call of Duty now that I've started streaming in the past 3-4 months. And I've found a way to I've tried to find a way to mix my passions into content creation because I like doing both. I like taking photos and I like gaming. And I think this is the best way to do it. So let me talk to you a little bit more about Unmotivated, how it links to what I want it to be and how it's born. I want Unmotivated to be a space in which creatives, not necessarily from one aspect of life or the other. I'm not just talking about photographers or not talking about gamers only, but I would like to learn how to deal with unmotivation. I think we've all, and then again, I'm doing this for me, and I thought it would be interesting to share, and other people might be interested in what other people have to say. Because then again, this is a learning experience for me. I'm trying to find out how other successful people did what they do, became who they are now, and you know, try to integrate little bits and pieces of everything to my process. And I thought this would be something interesting that people would like to, you know, people don't often ask, or maybe some of these creators are not particularly open about, and it's something like very personal to them. But maybe, you know, this could be an outlet to get other creators to share those little bits of pieces of experience to people that are trying to do this in the long run, right? Then again, I don't want to focus on gamers. I don't want to focus on just photographers or videographers. But I have notes on my screen, so if you look, you know, and I have my own face in my reflection. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm very camera shy. This is also an exercise for me to become more comfortable with the camera, or more comfortable with the idea of putting my face out there. But yeah, I want to have a mix of both. I want to know how, at the end of the day, we both obsessed by the same methods, which is content creation. Our work gets put out there through content creation. If I'm a photographer and I want to, it's not no longer the type of world in which I'll go knock door to door and offer cards or print my portfolio and just provide everyone with like a magazine that has my portfolio or my information or my work on it. And the same thing goes for gamers. Your presentation letter is your content and what you put out there. If you're trying to, go about streaming, we know that streaming platforms are not particularly good at marketing us as gamers. So your presentation letter is the content that you put out there. Whatever you post on social media platforms, short form video content, whatever you do on YouTube, that's what's actually eventually gonna bring out audience into your stream. And it's the same. I think it's the same way for content creation on the other side. So for me as a photographer, if I want people to hire me, if I want to shoot pictures with a specific model, it all depends on kind of like the status of my content creation journey. On my Instagram, I solely focus on photography, and then my TikTok has a little bit of a mix of both. My Twitter is all over the place. But I'm trying to get those together and trying to, find a way to make these both interesting and both merge into, potentially having a career in this in the future. So if I speak too fast, I'm also very nervous. I am not someone that is very experienced in a lot of this or putting myself out there, but then again, this is also an exercise for me to kind of, do that. So if you have been here so far and you've you enjoy where this is going, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it and what my plans are in the future. I'm probably going to detail a little bit more about my journey and where I want to get to. And since this is a pilot, it's just kind of a way to presenting myself and presenting the project out to the public. My hope and my goal is to do this live, have interactions in the conversation. It's going to be a conversation. This is the only episode that's going to be just me. I hope to have maybe a co-host in the future, or maybe talk to other people in the future, have 1-2 guests that could participate in the conversation and be able to provide us with a little bit more of their insight about how they go about these pieces of moments of unmotivation. Then again, I'm very motivationally driven. We've all heard the little piece that says, hey, look, motivation only gets you so far, or it's just like the kickstart, but everyone's made through consistency and sticking through something. And I have problems with that. I have commitment issues with work. I have commitment issues with everything from dieting, exercising, being responsible with stuff. I drop things immediately. As soon as I'm not interested in something, I drop it and I go on to the next thing. I feel like the largest or more stable thing in my life has been photography that I've been doing for the past 7 years. But gaming I dropped in 2014 or 2013 when I sold my Xbox originally. Overwatch I dropped for other reasons. The game was kind of dying too, so I sold my computer after that, and I didn't have a computer up until this year. I've dropped out of school 3 times because I'm just not interested in listening to someone in front doing or saying something that doesn't really interest me. And I feel like that's a big problem and has hindered me in my growth over my life. And it's something I try to combat every single day. It's something I try to, push to the side every single day and try to overcome. And I online, I found that there's a lot of people out there that also struggle with this and don't really have the opportunity to learn or get the tools to, I don't know, maybe go to therapy and figure that out. Certainly something I haven't done, but also don't have these role models that are acquirable. Like they can't get close to these role models that they have that will, hey, maybe like someone that I admire and does something that I do, maybe if this person tells me something or a little bit of information on how their process went, I might be more interested in sticking through. And that is what I want to get to. Maybe, talk to some of the people that are listening that, hey, look, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, get their questions and ask them to these people. And maybe I will find something in that will help me through my journey. And so will you as a listener. My apologies, I'm sick. If you hear like my runny nose or my throat, I do apologize in advance, but if I didn't record this today, I was never gonna record it. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much the concept. As I said, I've dropped out of school 3 times, including a photography degree from a scholarship that I got from another country, which is, oh my god, one of my biggest regrets in life. I could be living in Canada as we speak, not complaining about the weather of this shit country, not complaining about the politic issues about the country that I live in, but you know what? I also enjoy my country, and I've come to peace that, fuck, you know what? I made it back. I'm back, and the only thing I have left is working towards maybe leaving again or making my stay here more comfortable. So, I've dropped gaming several times, content creation. I mean, in my country, you were never, like, back in the day, 2010, 2011, you were never gonna find such a thing as a HD PVR. You know, if you don't know, it's before Elgato, you only had 2 options to record it, or like 3 options. You had like the Blackmagic Pros, which are only targeted to like computers as a PCIe card. Like it goes in the computer. And you had a Dazzle adapter. Then they later released like a Dazzle HD, but Dazzle adapter only used the AV cables, like the red, white, and yellow cables. So the quality wasn't really good. And if you were using HDMI, the other option that you had was HD PVR. And the HD PVR was very expensive at the time, or at least for me. Like there was no way for me to get an HD PVR. And my dad bought me for my 15th birthday an HD PVR, and I had one. And I used to do recruitment challenge for Supra, SOAR, Dare, all these trick shotting teams back in the day, or sniping teams. Oh, my apologies for the scratching my nose, man. It's just I'm afraid something's gonna come out on camera, but yeah, it's I'm looking at my nose on the screen. I'm sorry. It's something I dropped, even though someone else made sacrifices for me that maybe took them a lot, and maybe it was a lot for us back in the day, and I dropped it. And the same thing happened with school. The same things happen with other things. I've struggled with my fitness journey as well for the past couple of years. I lost a ton of weight, and then I became really inconsistent, and now I struggle with it every day, and I really having a hard time through that. But this is one of the steps I'm taking towards working. Oh my god, my apologies. I thought I was gonna sneeze. Oh lord. Anyway, but yeah, this is just this is not gonna be longer than 15 to 20 minutes. I want to get people that work on this, ask them questions, ask them about their journey, ask them about how they deal with these unmotivation episodes in their life. How do you do it, man? Like, it's just simple as that. Just getting someone that I admire, because then again, all the people that do this shit, I can admire them. Like it's insane to me that people stick through shit that they're not motivated to do. But it's something I can't do, and it's something I'm really curious and interested in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm motivated. Hopefully I can turn this into something weekly. Maybe I'll try to focus it also to my like real life, and be able to make episodes that involve people outside of the gaming space. Right now it's currently focused on the gaming space. Are you kidding me? All right, so I need to restart to install my Windows 11, which I'm not going to do because fuck Windows 11. But I'm very curious about, how other people deal with this, how other people manage to push themselves through, and if it's something that you're interested in, hopefully I can get everything set up so we can do this live, and I can have interactions with the public. But this is, hopefully. I don't know how any of this works. I don't know how I made this in like the overlay in Canva, like in fucking 45 minutes. I had someone do the little logos for me. There's actually 3 logos, but these are the 2 I like the most. I don't think I'm gonna be using the 3rd one. I'll just put it in for the time being. Hopefully, other people will come along. I've kind of shared the idea through my acquaintances. and some of them are really interested in this. Maybe this is something that will blow up because I feel like it's something that a lot of people are interested in. So if you'd be interested, this is going to be up on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts, hopefully. And hopefully I can get more people interested and people interested in being my guests, and I can interview them, talk to them. Hopefully it'll grow to a place where I can get, like, our favorite idols in the space to come here and share their opinions. So I've been your host, Rob. Hopefully once you see this, it might take me a little bit from this pilot to get the next episode out, because there's some things I need to figure out with the host, with having someone else participate in this. I think I might do it through Discord. I don't know how people do these types of interviews. I think it works very well through Discord. However, I'm not sure. So if you enjoy what I've talked about today, and if you're curious about how this goes, well, hopefully you can stick around and part of this journey with me. Thank you very much for listening to me for the past 17 minutes. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and whatever you're doing, please stick through. Don't get unmotivated. Just keep going, and hopefully I'll see you guys. Yeah.